come on. You knew I had to talk about Yolopark AMK Rhinox. You knew I had to. I love Rise of the Beasts. Such a fun movie. Made me so happy as a Transformers fan. And Rhinox, he kind of got the short end of the stick in the movie, unfortunately. But his character design was awesome. And I love Rhinox, and I hope we see more of him actually have a character in future movies, because he was just kind of another guy to help fight. You know, he had no character whatsoever. He was just another guy. He arguably maybe had one line, but I actually think that was Optimus Primal saying that. I don't think it was him. So, yeah, it's unfortunate that he didn't get a lot of attention in the movie, but toy-wise, Yolopark definitely delivered with this AMK Rhinox. I absolutely love it. Now, I did not actually get this as a review sample from Yolopark. I bought this. Yolopark doesn't really have anything going on where they're sending reviewers Rhinox, because he's kind of just his own single release, you know? So I went ahead and picked up Rhinox because, obviously, I'm going to have a whole display dedicated to Yolopark because I love their stuff. And he was the last Robot Mode Maximal that I needed. So, yeah, I'm pretty hyped for this. We never saw Airazor's Robot Mode, so it's pretty much just going to be the trio. Before we talk about him, I did want to show the box just real quick, because I've shown it for the other ones. It's the same style box. It's got like that cool concept art of Rhinox. You can see his Rhino mode. Awesome Rhinox design from the movie. We can see another really nice render on the side. I just love how he looks. Rhinox's design is so cool for Rise of the Beasts. It is probably one of the most character-faithful designs, in my opinion. Well, but it doesn't have the inside of the mouth on his chest. Ew. I never liked that. I love this design for Rhinox. Like, you can just see that, and you're like, oh, that's Rhinox. Obviously. This is such a cool design. And you can see, yeah, that's pretty much the assembly. And it does come with a few accessories for another figure, which is very appreciated. Just like how Cheetor came with stuff for Bumblebee, we have some stuff for Optimus Prime with this guy. So, accessory-wise, the only thing for Rhinox is his meat pounder. That is the only thing for Rhinox. He has the big, massive, awesome meat pinder. Meat pinder. What's a meat pinder? I give up. He comes with this. It's just 2 parts. Holds pretty nice in his hand. You can obviously like bring his other hand and have him like dual wield it, have it over his shoulder. It's an awesome accessory. And definitely kind of makes the little Studio Series one kind of rinky-dinky. This one just looks so much nicer, in my opinion. But he does come with stuff for Optimus Prime. And just to get this out of the way, he comes with 2 swords. And you can see they just kind of clip onto the stem of the ball joint for the wrist. And I really like the silver paint on that. I think the swords are a little undersized, but they still look pretty good. He does have his axe, which you can give to either Optimus or Bumblebee, which I really appreciate. But I'm going to have my Bumblebee with the twin cannons, because that's such a cool look. And then we have 2 of the arm cannons, which look very, very nice. This is, you know, pretty simple. Plugs onto the arm. You can rotate this as well, kind of give that cool spinny effect. And obviously you get 2 each of the arm cannon and of the sword. And obviously I have already put them on Optimus Prime. And this makes an already amazing figure just that much better. It is kind of a shame that we had to wait for an upgrade set from another figure to get, in my opinion, essential accessories for Optimus. But, oh my gosh. It's just so cool. Like, especially him with the big cannon. I can just imagine him. Well, what did he say about Scourge? First I'll get that key, and then I'll take off his head. He said something like that. Something sinister. And then the sword, obviously. I've had enough. I love Rise of the Beast so much. And this Optimus, oh, with the weapons. It's so nice. I really like it. You can see how that's clipped around the wrist right there. I am kind of worried that C-clip might give out someday. I'm hoping it doesn't. Yolopark stuff's been pretty sturdy so far on me, but I don't know. I'm just paranoid about almost anything breaking. I love this Optimus. Just look at that. Especially with the weapons now. So sweet. So sweet. Here it is with Rhinox, by the way. I won't compare him to every single Yolopark AMK. Obviously, I'll compare him with the Maximals. But there he is with Optimus. You can see he's a little bit on the shorter side, since he is not a big leader of the Autobots or the Maximals. He's, you know, chunkier chunkier boy. And I can definitely say when it comes to the chunk, this is the chunkiest AMK model kit. I definitely think that Scourge is still the biggest and the best, but this guy is the chonkiest for sure. He's got a lot of chonk. I love the chonk. It is, you know, a Yolopark model kit, so if you're not familiar, pretty much that rundown of the parts you saw on the back of the box, that's how this guy's built. You just take the pieces from the box and just plug them on. You don't have to cut them off like a Gunpla or anything like that. Yolopark has made stuff like that, but this is not like that. Just looking at the detail on this guy, it is just, oh, let's get in close. I adore the sculpt work on this guy. I love all of the pitting in the metal. Like, it's so pitted. And I love all the little scratches and holes. It just makes it feel so organic and so rusty and worn. Like, look at that arm armor, dude. That looks sweet. And I love, like, this gunmetal silver plastic mixed with, like, this bronze gold paint. It just looks so, so good. I love the head design for Rise of the Beast Rhinox. And this one, with all the nice gunmetals and silvers, definitely looks the part. I love the little horns along the shoulders as well. And his shoulders are so big and chunky. I love the big chonk of his shoulders. They do have this added little detail, too. You can, like, move this down, and it kind of almost looks like a little piston that's attached to the arm. He has a lot of, like, these faux little pistons, and they just look so cool. Like, you can see right there, in the elbow, there's like this little piston. Actually has some paint. And let's have this armor bit slid down, because when we bend the elbow, that armor bit actually slides up to get out of the way. And then the little pistons kind of sink into the elbow too. It's just so good. This guy has a lot of nice little gimmicks. I love the detail. Even on the back, his back looks awesome. He has like little pistons and everything back here. And then when you move them, you can kind of see some motion with them. I just love the organicness of articulation like that. And it makes it feel so alive. I love that so much. Yeah, he's just fantastic. I love the legs as well. Again, kind of has like some of the fake piston-y stuff going on. He does actually have some pretty legit kind of piston action going on back here. Like, look at all that. Look at all that armor slide. Like, when you bend the knee, look at all that. The front thigh slides. And then, like, this back thigh plate slides. That's not all of it, because when we bend the knee even further, we get even more plates that slide from the shin. And then this shin plate also slides down to afford even more articulation. Look at all that motion. Look at this. This is crazy. Just one knee bend. Look at all that motion. I love the engineering on this. And then you can see with the ankles, too, these panels, the same panel on the back can slide out of the way. Oh, it's just so great. I've kind of gone over some of the articulation, but we're just kind of looking at like details and functionalities. Yeah, it's great. It's really great. I am genuinely very, very happy with this guy. His articulation, let's go ahead and go over that. He has a ball joint and like a hinge at the head, but with all of this going on around his head, it doesn't move much, unfortunately. I kind of wish he had a way that, like, you could get the neck out just a little bit more. Like, you kind of can. He has, like, a hinge that allows it to go forward, so we can look down menacingly. Look at that. Oh, my gosh. I should make that the thumbnail, honestly. I should just change the thumbnail to that. That looks so menacing. Oh, wow. But, yeah, oh, geez. It's kind of limited, I know, but you can still get a decent amount of up as well. Like, you can move the head up pretty far. He does have green eyes in there, but they're kind of sunken in. It's kind of hard to tell. Let's go ahead and remove that, because it just tabs into the hand. And with how top-heavy it is, you can kind of knock it out of place, but it's not just going to fall out on its own, thankfully. Going over the arms now, he has big old ball joints at the shoulders, huge ball joints. And then he has hinges above the shoulders. His shoulder pad moves up and down out of the way. He has a bicep swivel. You already kind of saw the elbows and how things kind of move for that. I think that's really cool. Just look at that. That's so cool. I love that. And then his wrists are very nice because they're on ball joints. And his hands are also very nice because he has hinges And his thumb is on a ball joint and then a hinge and then a hinge. It's usually just a ball joint and a hinge, but he actually has a hinge right after that ball joint. So you get a lot of nice articulation. But seriously, the wrist, it's a very nice firm ball joint, and you get a lot of nice range out of it. It is a very good hand. These are some of the best hands. I would honestly say these are the best Yolopark hands from the AMK line. Maybe not the AMK Pro line, because Optimus has really good hands, but those are definitely the best from the Rise of the Beast line, for sure. His torso, you already kind of saw how he has like that ab crunch and how it kind of works with everything in the back. He does have a little bit of side to side as well, and that works very nice and fluidly. He has these little ball jointed panels that can get out of your way. It's just kind of added bulk on the sides. And then what else? What else? His hips. His hip skirts are on hinges and ball joints, and those can move out of your way. But the hips themselves, they are on drop downs, which I very much appreciate. And then it is a universal joint right there. And then it moves forward pretty far. Like you can see, especially with that drop down, that is a very good range of motion at the hip. You get a thigh swivel, but I'd kind of be careful. It's kind of tight. And I don't know, I feel like it's straining the other joints when I try to do the thigh swivel. So I'd be kind of careful. Maybe sand down that peg if you want. Maybe loosen that a little bit. You already saw the insane knee articulation. Look at that. Still insane. Love that so much. And then you already kind of saw the ankle as well. But he also has a toe, which I appreciate. All right. There's his articulation. We've already gone over his detail. It's about time we reunite the Maximals and see how he looks with the other two. Before I compare him with his Maximal bros, I did want to bring in the Studio Series Voyager, just so we can see the Studio Series, in my opinion, did a pretty decent job of translating the character design. Because this is obviously the robot replica. This is how it looked in the movie. Pretty spot on. And the Studio Series, I think, did a pretty good job. The hammer is definitely kind of small and not very impressive. I feel like the proportioning could have been a little bit better. I feel like he could have had more weight in the legs. The Studio Series is kind of lacking some weight in the legs. He's a little too top heavy, where the heaviness is just everywhere on the Yolopark Rhinox. I adore the use of this metallic gunmetal gray on the Yolopark Rhinox, because the dull gray plastic on the Studio Series looks like trash. I like the Studio Series figure, but that gray plastic is a definite miss. Definitely could have been a lot better. Do keep in mind, too, these are about the same price. They're both about $35 each. But overall, as someone who loves this design for Rhinox, both of these figures are definitely worth a pickup, in my opinion. Alrighty, we got Rhinox. Let's set him right there. Let's put their fearless leader, Optimus Primal, dead center. I still love this Optimus Primal. I have so many Optimus Primal toys from Rise of the Beast now, but I still love this Yolopark one. I just love how black it is. It's just so pitch black. And then last but not least, I would say this is my favorite Maximal design and figure from Yolopark. Good old Cheetor. There we go, guys. There is our Yolopark Maximal team said and done. No Air-Razor because she was just a bird. No robot mode for Air-Razor. That looks sick. I love this. They just look so cool. I love the differences in their sizes. Like, Rhinox is bigger than Primal, and Cheetor is smaller than Primal. Man, I love Rise of the Beasts. I know the next movie is going to be the G.I. Joe Transformers crossover. I kind of think putting the Maximals in that movie would kind of bloat it. I kind of hope they don't. I kind of want a dedicated Beast Wars movie. Take these characters. This Rhinox, this Cheetor, this Optimus Primal. Give us Dinobot and Rat Trap, complete the core team. Because Air-Razor was never like a core Maximal, honestly. Like Air-Razor, Tigatron, they're always like the peripheral Maximals. They were never the core team. So, it's whatever. She's dead. No biggie. I want to see a Beast Wars movie. Like, these guys, like, go back to their time or something that they belong, and they have to face down against a T-Rex Megatron. But these designs... I need these designs. Ron Perlman Primal. Give Rhinox some words, please. I love these so much. Yolopark has definitely, again, knocked it out of the park. Even though this is not a sponsored video, I still wanted to review this Rhinox because I had to show the completed team. I do believe my discount code and referral link still works for all of the AMK Rise of the Beast figures, including Rhinox. So if you want to go down to the description and the comments, if you want to order this yourself, feel free. Use my discount code, yada yada. Definitely helps the channel, even just using that referral link for any orders. If you decide to order a Plamo or a AMK Pro, which definitely get the AMK Pro Optimus and Megatron. Definitely. If you like these Transformers action figures, these true robot replicas, look no further than Yolopark. Well, if you look a little further, 3-0 does amazing stuff too, but Yolopark, especially in the more affordable realm, like 3-0 DLX is like Hot Toys equivalent. Like, looking below $100, Yolopark is definitely the best, by far. Highly recommend them. Super awesome. Alrighty, guys, there we go. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about this Rhinox down in the comments below, and all of the Yolopark AMK stuff. I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with that AMK Pro Ape Link. Very interesting decision to make that. But I'm very excited to see that Ape Link in my collection. Yolopark, please hit me up on that. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. Special shout out to channel members, as always. Thank you all so much for the continued support. Have a great one, and I'll see you in the next video.